Hey guys, in this video we are going to solve an interesting problem which is two sum, and it is on LEETCODE. And now the question says that you have given an array of integers and you have to return indices of two numbers such that they add up to a specific target, and you may assume that each input would have exactly one solution. You may not use the same element twice. So here's an example given. So the array is 2, 7, 11, 15 and the target is 9. So what we have to do is we have to find the two elements such that they add up to the target, like 2 and 7 equals the sum of 2 and 7 equals 9. So what we have to do is we have to return the indices of 2 and 7, which is 0 and 1. And why it is 0 and 1? Because array's indices starts from 0. So here I mentioned that array. So I'm going to use the brute force method first, which is the approach one to solve any problem. You have to use brute force method, which is quite simple, and in that you have to loop through each element and find if there is another value that is equal to, let's say you assume that an element is x, so you have to loop through each element x and find if there is another value that equals the difference between target minus x, target and x. So I'm writing the code now. So now I have written the code. So let's tell me, there's a question for you guys. Like I have created a nested loop and you have to tell whether the solution is correct or not. So tell me, is this correct or not? Will it give AC or not? So the answer is no, because we have not declared the A and B. So we have to first declare A and B, and you can set them value 0 as initial, and if you wish you can leave them as it is, like int A and int B. So now will it work or not? So let me run that. So it will not work. Why? Because we have used the class. Okay, so we have not ended the class here. Like this is the loop for this and this is the loop for, okay, we have to add an inverted curly braces. So this will not work. This will not work for some cases. Like let's submit it. So it is giving wrong answer, as I said, because in this problem you will have to look at the corner cases also. Like there is a description, like there is given on the question also, you have to not use the same element twice. So we are looping from 0 to the size means the last of the element on both the loop, so it will give an error. So we have to change the elements from where we are looping, like we can. So this will remove the corner cases also. Let's run that first, then we will submit it. So it should get accepted now. So yeah, it gets accepted and it is taking 568 milliseconds and 7 MB, which is quite a lot. So now I will, so this code gives the solution, but the time complexity is order of n square. For each element we try to find its complement by looping through the rest of the array, which takes order of n, and therefore the time complexity is order of n square, and the space complexity is order of 1. So now we are going to see the improved method, which is more efficient, and to improve our runtime complexity we need a more efficient way to check if the complement exists in the array, and if the complement exists we need to look up at its index. And what is best to maintain mapping of each element in the array to its index? So the answer is obvious, a hash table. We reduce the lookup time from the order of n to order of 1 by trading space for speed. So now I will write the code, and which is quite simple. So now we have written the code. Let me run that first. So it is giving an compilation error. So let me check what is wrong in the code. Okay, we have to include it in the loop. So let's run it. So it is accepted, and what I have used here is that a simple implementation uses two iterations. In the first iteration we add elements, values, and it index to the table, and the complex analysis is the time it takes is order of n. We traverse the list containing n elements exactly twice. So and the space complexity is order of n. So it takes, let's check, the previous one took 568 seconds and it took 12 milliseconds. So it is obviously a better approach to solve this problem, and it is using an order map. So if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, and do subscribe for more videos. Thank you. See you in the next video.